What is up, guys? This is Flash from Flash Hobbies, and today I'm just going to do a quick review of the Integy 750 fan. This is for a 1/10 scale EREVO. I believe this will work with a brush or brushless motor. This is the model number for the fan. This was $12.99 from the Integy website. As far as I know, they are sold out at the moment. They sell out quite fast, and this is actually the color I didn't want, but it was the only one that was available at the time, so I took it anyways. Now, originally I thought I was going to be able to fit it over the motor without having to take it out. This is a rebuild that I'm working on right now. It's not completely done yet. As you can see, it doesn't completely go in. So I will have to remove the motor from the motor mount, and then actually have to slide it on there, which I'm not complaining too much about anyways. It's not that difficult to do. So we'll have to remove the gear cover. And the gear cover comes off like that. And the next thing you need to do is remove these two screws here. And sorry for the mistake. Earlier I said you need to remove both of these. Honestly, you'll need to remove this one. And what you're going to need is a 2.5mm, and in case you're wondering, it's a 2mm for the one for the gear cover. And your motor mount should be able to just slide right out, as so. And one thing you want to do is, if you don't want to take off the motor mount, since you already have the motor where you want it, you can put the fan from the back, like so. So put the wires going down. Put the however you want the motor to go on, this way or this way. The fan, I'm sorry. And just go ahead and just slide it on. And then you can turn it, and as you can see, now it's just holding the weight. Now there is a little play in it, and it is moving around somewhat. So you might want to get something to tighten it, or what I might eventually do is drill some holes on the bottom and get some zip ties to hold them real in place. Okay, now this step I wouldn't recommend to anyone unless you're very familiar with power tools. I use my high-speed drill to drill some holes here on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and get a little file and smooth these out, and I'm going to use some zip ties to secure it to the bottom of the motor. Okay, and I went ahead and put the zip ties on. It shouldn't affect the clearance on the bottom, and it's not going to really affect any of the heat dissipation on it. So we're going to go ahead and install it back onto the EREVO. So one of the first things you want to do is, right now I don't have a receiver on mine. What you would want to do is you'd want to take off these two screws and these two here, and connect your fan into one of the open ports on your receiver, and then you'd want to close that back up. For the time being, I don't have anything to put in there right now, so what I did was I just went ahead and just moved the new fan so it has some clearance to go back onto this little grub screw here. And then now that it fits back on, you can move your fan the way you want it, and it's got all the clearance that it needs. So what we're going to go ahead and do now is put the screw back on here and put the gear cover back on, and that should be all. Okay, and there you have it. It's nice and snug on here. It's not rubbing on anything. The zip ties, if you're going to burn through the zip ties, then you're obviously running too much heat on your motor, because you shouldn't melt a zip tie. So those should hold up pretty well. And now the motor has some movement, but it's not going to move as much as it was if you didn't put anything on there. So, I mean, my best advice is, if you can do it, drill the holes and put the zip ties on there. If you cannot, then, just try the best, put it on there, see if you can squeeze it tight enough to where it doesn't move that much. As you can see, it doesn't really move unless I want it to move. And that's it. I'll go ahead and plug it into another ESC so you can see the fan running. Okay, and I'm running the power from my my Slash 4x4 Ultimate here, just so you can get an idea of the fan. It's pretty quiet, but yet very powerful. Even from where I'm standing, maybe a foot away from it, and I can feel the breeze coming under the chassis, which is a very good thing, because this is going to be my basher EREVO, and I really need to keep it as cool as possible, because I'm going to try to do some stupid crazy wheelies with this thing all the time. Because I'm running the Mamba Monster motor and the Mamba Monster ESC, the MM2. Well, that's all, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this installation video was a little bit helpful to you guys. And like, subscribe, and if you have any comments, questions, leave them down below. Thanks for watching.